Good afternoon to everybody, and to everybody, good afternoon. This is Marquez Hicks. I am Way with Words. I do represent Forms of Genius. I do these clips, these vids like this for myself because I like nature, and then I understand that some people may be in a different place, in a different space. So I hope that by seeing things like this, it takes you out of that place and out of that space. And that's partially what this is about. And then the information that we give, hopefully it uplifts you. This is what's happening. We're not trying to see anybody down, But I've been in some different places, in some different spaces myself, and seeing stuff like this will remove me from there. Um, the strength, and there's different types of strength, which is why we go forms of genius. The strength on this side of the equation, follow me if you will, is Jamone and Sean McKnight and myself. And what me personally, as Marquez, what it is I admire a lot of different things. I've studied a lot of things, and I admire stuff. And there's a guy that's really really impressive to me. And I had picked up this book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And there was a part in there about Tom Ford, and they had Tom Ford under this pressure and all this kind of thing, and so they thought. They thought they had him under pressure, and the reason why I say that is because Ford is still here. Ford is everywhere around the world. But there was a part that he said, they questioned him about something, and they asked him why does he do it like this and do it like that, and how come he doesn't know this. They claimed that he was illiterate. If you think about this, it makes no sense. But his response was so clever to me that I'm mentioning it in this vid right here. He said, why should I do that when I could push a button and have somebody do it for me? I loved him for that. I admire that. The very same thing with an individual named Ron LeGrand. I've studied under, I'm an understudy of Ron LeGrand. Period. And there's a part in some of his CDs, and one of my favorite lines from that one was, "How much for this whole house full of furniture?" But what he was really saying is, let's do this. I got something that you want, you got something that I want, and we're doing good business here. How much for this whole house full of furniture? Let's cut the crap and let's do it. And I like that. There's a part of me that's very much like that. So as Forms of Genius, we've been bringing in new terms, um, marketizing. Now I want to go into a thing that I'm also learning right now, and it's called page development, because we're sincere about what we do. I spend time on my page. So we want to go with page development. If we could get a glimpse of the notes I've taken here. When I go into the library, I consider some certain things. I consider my audience, the viewer. I'm also part of that audience and viewer. I consider content. Is this appropriate? Where is this appropriate? And then consistency. Number 4, direction. Where is this going? Where am I trying to take this? And then overall, even though it's last on the list, is the purpose. And so page development is something that I'm starting to look at as a skill, if you will. I'm not just on the internet bothering people, searching people's pages and stuff like that. No, I'm developing my page. This is the law of attraction in full effect. And we approach it practically. This is a practical approach. It ties into that as well. So we bring in new terms. You know what I'm saying? We're doing what we can to extend life. We don't want things to end. We want things to continue. So now page development may become, well, we're teaching it. That's what we're doing. As we're learning it, we're teaching it. Page development. You know, why am I up here? Am I committed enough to do something at least, I don't know, weekly? I go daily, but different pages do different things. You know, I have other pages that I haven't even touched in months. Some pages I haven't touched in years. And I'm going to give you an example of that. My Redbubble page doesn't require the same type of attention that the Facebook and the YouTube page requires. So there's different forms of page development, but I always consider these five, and we'll go through them again. Audience, viewer, number one. Number two, content. Three, consistency. Number four, direction. Number five, purpose. Page development. We're not just up here posting pictures. That's cool. I do have quite a few. I have a few of me, and I have some that I've drawn. But we're not just up here posting pictures and gossiping. This is not what's happening. We're developing pages. These pages are permanent. People are really seeing them. So we